Hello, my name's Sheridan, and if this is your first visit to my channel, then thank you very much for checking it out. If you like what I have to say, then please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, or even comment below. I'd really appreciate that. And again, thank you so much for joining me here. The purpose of this channel is simple. I want to help as many people as possible feel better about themselves as much as possible. That's why I'm here. This, I think, is my 10th video on this, and we're covering areas that I think most of us at some point in our lives have suffered from or worried about. So by covering these things, and I hope normalizing them a little, we might make life feel easier and we can feel content more of the time. How many of you have ever felt really, really low? I think probably most of us. I remember one day waking up feeling really quite desperate. And I felt so miserable. I didn't want to get out of bed. I had no energy. I felt completely listless and just wanted to wrap myself up in a duvet and stay there. Couldn't be bothered to shave, couldn't be bothered to brush my hair, and everything seemed a bit pointless and worthless, and it wasn't a great place to be. However, I had to get up because I had work to do. So I got up, somehow managed to turn up to work. And by lunchtime, I felt upbeat, full of a joys of spring, happy and raring to go. So in the space of half a day, I'd done that classic roller coaster thing, and I was a little bit worried about it. I thought, hang on a minute, isn't this what they call manic depression? Or these days, bipolar disorder? So I jumped on my laptop and Googled bipolar disorder. Up came this big website thing. Said, check now to see if you have bipolar disorder. I thought, yeah, do this, yeah. So I filled in this questionnaire about the extremes, and it was, I think, a multi-choice ABCD type of thing. Filled it in, took me about 10 minutes to do. And then it flashed this big red light at me, this big blob, blue, 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 saying, oh yes, bipolar disorder, seek urgent help now. And I kind of had a momentary panic. I thought, what am I going to do? So it was all a bit scary. And then I forgot about it, carried on working, and the kind of feelings went away. And the following day, I felt neither up nor down, kind of normal. So I thought, I'll just do that bipolar questionnaire again. So I did it again, and it came out somewhere in the middle. So I decided I wasn't manic depressive. After all, I was just a creative person suffering some highs and suffering some lows. And then there we go. Now, the Bipolar Disorder UK group have published this thing called a mood scale. And I'm going to refer to this a bit because I think this is really helpful. What they've done here is they've given 0 to 10 of the different behaviours that are typical at those levels of bipolar disorder. Now, if we talk about the extremes very briefly, because I don't want to get too depressing in this video, but 0, let's be honest, is when life feels completely hopeless, when we feel there's no point in existing, I would rather be dead. That's 0. Let's get off 0 for now. 10 is the other extreme. This is the absolute high end of bipolar disorder, which typically might delusions of religious type powers, delusions of grandeur, self-esteem or arrogance through the roof, to the point where we might feel we're Superman and jump off the Empire State Building in New York and suffer no consequences. So both the 10 and the 0 are equally dangerous places to be. Not good. And people who have some types of bipolar disorder can literally suffer the extreme of thinking that they're kind of almost like a godlike figure, and then total, there is nothing left, life is pointless, I need to die, which is the 0 end of the spectrum. But in the middle of that, we've got 1 to 9. Okay, 1, feelings of hopelessness and guilt, thoughts of suicide, little movement, impossible to do anything. 2, slow thinking, no appetite, need to be alone, sleep excessive or difficult, everything a struggle. 3, feelings of panic and anxiety, concentration difficult and memory poor, some comfort in routine. The next 3, it's 4, 5 and 6, are what this scale calls a balanced mood. 4, slight withdrawal from social situations, concentration less than usual, slight agitation. 5, bang smack in the middle of this scale. Mood imbalance, no symptoms of depression or mania, life is going well and the outlook is good. Sounds all right. 6, so this is the top end of a balanced mood. Self-esteem, good, optimistic, sociable and articulate, good decisions and get work done. 7, we're just going up into hypomania here. Very productive, everything to excess, phone calls, writing, smoking, drinking tea or coffee. Charming and talkative. 8, getting a bit more dangerous, inflated self-esteem, rapid thoughts and speech, counterproductive, simultaneous tasks, overconfident. 9, losing touch with reality, incoherent, no sleep, paranoid and vindictive, reckless behaviour. And 10, we've already said it, total loss of judgment, exorbitant spending, religious delusions and hallucinations. And there we are, the scale from kind of wanting to die to thinking we can own the world and that we are somehow immune to all danger. And I work with several people right now who are diagnosed with bipolar disorder and have to deal with that incredible mood swing from one extreme to the other. Then I look at the balanced bit, which is the 4, 5 and 6 bit, where everything is kind of going along just fine. I'm quite confident, moderately happy. I think, that's not really me. Because I think I touch that 7 sometimes. I think on my highest points, I can be almost overproductive. Got it, yeah, got it, yeah, got it, yeah, it's all cool, yeah, got it. And I've got everything in control. And if I'm a little bit overconfident, and I think I'm capable of feeling that too sometimes, but I hope never arrogant, then I can probably multitask more than I'm actually capable of. And I'll drop the odd plate that I'm trying to spin. I'll miss a phone call. I'll forget to reply to a text. And I probably don't even notice I'm doing it. So that's maybe a 7 or an 8 on the scale, but not the 10. Okay, so 4 is the bottom end of the balance scale. So maybe a little bit less motivated than sometimes, perhaps not the perfect mood to get things done. But I go worse than that. Don't you sometimes? Don't you touch a 3? And the 3 is the day where maybe you'd really rather stay in bed and just watch Netflix all day or the Disney Channel. I watched Dumbo the other day, beautiful film. And I think that's a 3. And those days are not great. But you know what? Here's my point. I think I fluctuate between a 3 and probably a 7 or even touching an 8 sometimes. And I've probably even dipped to a 2. But you know what? When I'm on my happy cloud, it's fantastic because you know why? I really appreciate those high points. I really enjoy noticing, breathing in the fresh air and seeing things in a way that maybe people who are technically more balanced than I am don't ever get to see. So if I'm walking in the countryside or in a beautiful town, my reaction isn't, oh, what a lovely day. My reaction is, oh, because I just love that feeling so much. But there's a price to pay for that feeling. And that feeling is having those 3 days, those 2, 3, 4 days where things can seem a bit rubbish and a bit down. But you know, even that has a positive. When I'm in those really low points, and so many of you sensitive and creative people out there will know exactly what I mean, that's when you soul search. That's when you grow. And that's when you learn the stuff that really gives you insight to reach out and help other people. And then you enjoy those high points, those 7s, those 8s, so much more because you've dug deep and you've grown in your lowest point. And the most exciting thing is you even get to a point where you're actually grateful for those low points because you think this feels really crap right now, but my goodness me, am I going to give that back? Because that's what I want to do, reach out and help other people. And this is giving me the material to help and benefit as many people as I can. I hope that helps. I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.